Good morning. It's Wednesday. Could be the 14th, might be the 12th, could be April 22nd for all we know. Oh shoot, it's May. Tell where everything's crazy. But I'm sorry I missed out last Wednesday on our hymn challenge to Pastor David. We were dealing with a death in the community and wasn't able to come. But he did a good job on singing hymn number 75, which is Welcome Voice, out of our hymnal here at Woyaton. This song has such importance to us and is a sacred song to Woyaton. It was taught to us by Pastor Jerry Yellowhawk, a very respected and well-known elder in our community. He's a Itazikcho from Cheyenne River, Eagle Butte. Very knowledgeable man and someone that I have a lot of respect for and a privilege to learn things from him. Well, as we think about this song, what it says in English, I hear your voice, and I'm going to come to you. Your blood, it washes over me and makes me clean. You are Jesus, and I am with you. Your blood is pure, and it makes me clean. Forgiveness, compassion, and tolerance. Those are such important virtues. We're not seeing a lot of those things now. A lot of fear and misunderstanding, especially here in our state of South Dakota. Things are getting out of hand because of rhetoric and distrust and not knowing history. But we have to remember to always be good to each other. We can all have differences of opinion, but we don't give violence in return for violence. We don't give harsh words for harsh words. Those things are toxic and makes things worse. This is a very challenging time for a lot of people, especially for a lot of the Americans, because we've all been used to having freedoms to do pretty much whatever we want. But also remember, for those Americans that feel that way as well, there's a unique group of people here that have different worldview, different things that cause us to be unique, that comes into conflict with that individuality. Caring for our people. Holding the government responsible for treaty and trust responsibilities. It's a lesson to remind us we don't go to other people's houses and tell them our rules, as they shouldn't come to ours and do the same. This country does a lot of things that are disrespectful, unethical to Native people. Our history, our United States history, is based off of the Indian relationship and some of those negative things that have happened. But some people really need to understand that treaty law is covered under Article 6 of the United States Constitution. Those treaties are the supreme law of the land and should be treated as such. Our treaty of 1868 and 51 both lay out rules that tribes are the lands that they were given. Those were the undisturbed use and occupation of Indians. And that no one can come into our lands without permission from those tribes, except for military, except for dignitaries. These things didn't have to come to this. Ever since those meetings in the 1800s, when they were coming into the Powder River country during the Oregon Trail, they kept saying, you can pass through here, but leave us alone. We don't want to live amongst you. We have our own way of life. And that's still the same today. Like everybody, we want to live in peace. We don't want people to mess with us. compassion, tolerance, and understanding, being good neighbors to each other, having respect. I love you, Mitakiapi. Let this song remind us to walk in a good way, to get rid of those things, to wash ourselves clean of those things that hinder us of being a good neighbor and a good relative with each other. I love you all, and I wish peace and love for everybody, and to people to just step back and calm down and realize that things are changing, but we can evolve and we can make it if we work together. Ho, heche tuyalo. Ni ho na o hwa na ni e wa o ni we ke he ma yu ja ni we pap so biki Jesus ni ye mi ye el chi we ki umayus kawo ni we pap so biki Washa keshni Washak maya yekta Masapa e maya luska Waska iye checha Jesus ni mi ye el chi we ki umayus kawo ni we pap so biki ita chami choye nachche onawa Heni wa chichi mayu hakini Jesus ni mi el chi we ki umayus gawo ni we pap so biki Jesus mayusuta mahel mayu washte waho maye chena you chutu eche Jesus ni mi ye el chi we ki umayus gawo ni we pap so biki. Oh, hechitielo. Pastor Dave, this week it's on you what song you want to share, and I'll do my best to reply back to that. Well, let us pray. Holy Grandfather, look down upon us, help us, and heal us, and give us strength. We thank you for these opportunities that we can share your story, share your name, and share the amazing things that you do for each and every one of us. During these times, we ask for your medicines of compassion, generosity, sincerity. Help us to come together as people. Help us to not regress back to those things in the past that caused so much hurt, pain, and death amongst the two peoples of this state, the two distinct governments that are in this country. We ask for our Indian people that you help them. Help us to learn to use our voice in a positive way, to not hurt others. These things get hard sometimes, and our anger gets the best of us. Hundreds of years of resentment are coming to the forefront and bubbling over. Help us to remember our lessons, to always be careful of how we talk to each other, even to people that at a certain time might be considered an enemy or a threat. We still have to treat others the way that we would like to be treated. And to the Americans, help them to have a better sense of understanding that we're not here to hurt anybody either. They're not here to hurt anybody. We're doing what needs to be done to protect the people, as they are doing what needs to be done to protect the people. We're all doing what needs to be done in a way that both places think that they're right. And maybe they are. But we have to do things with you in mind and your lessons. Thank you for these challenges to help us become better humans of interacting with each other and treating people with the respect and honor that we all deserve. Holy Grandfather, you know what's in our hearts and minds before we do. Help us, heal us, give us strength. Holy Grandfather, I want the people to live. Ho hechu tu yalo mitakuye oyase.